Hey there, it's CondorK again. I actually had to get this one. I was actually going to do one on Garo recently, but I watched the Fourze Wizard or Wizard Fourze, whichever way, the new movie War Ultimatum, which is a crossover between those two Kamen Riders, in addition to several more, following the same vein that they've been doing since I think Double. But this one was just wow. I feel like these movies have been getting longer with each iteration, like just Kamen Rider movies in general. Super Sentai movies still a little short, but Super Sentai 199 I think is like started it because that was a really long movie and it was really good. But this one, unlike the previous one, which is divided into a O storyline, a Fourze storyline, a double storyline, and a combined storyline, this one was a Fourze storyline, a Wizard storyline, then they combined from there. And the Fourze, and oh wow, they did such a good job with, I guess, casting, because throughout Kamen Riders there are all these recurring characters that show up, and or at least characters of the week that show up alongside the monsters of the week, and sometimes the characters are there for both episodes, usually. And so this movie took several of them and brought them all back. So like the new homeroom teacher from Fourze, the kickboxer, she reappeared as one of the teachers at the school. The principal, the new principal, is Alternative from Ryuki, who was also in one of the episodes, two of the episodes, I guess. And it's just seeing the characters come back, and it's just seeing the whole situation, because the Fourze movie was the Fourze portion of the movie was actually 5 years in the future. So all the members of the Kamen Rider Club have gone on to do different things. Gentaro became a teacher. Yuki, I think was her name, became a astronaut. And they're still trying to figure out how to reach the presenter. Which I'm like, whoa, it's been 5 years and they still have no clue how to reach the presenter? I guess we're never gonna know what exactly that means then. But it was just really cool seeing everyone come back. Oh, I think she was from the Fourze movie. The spy lady that they were fighting alongside. She was also back helping Ryusei, who's now a Interpol agent. So she was in the beginning of the movie, and that was cool too. And XV2 and Nadeshiko appeared again. XV2 only had he just appeared on screen at the very end, the giant satellite computer from the movie. And Nadeshiko, of course, was from the previous movie War, and she came back. I don't think they exactly said how she returned, but it's cool. It was just awesome to see all those people back together again and stuff. So the Fourze portion itself was really cool. The new Uzodi art, I didn't catch a name, but it looked really awesome. And what was so weird was that Gentaro finally, at the end of his movie, he gave up his powers of being Fourze. He destroyed the belt, right, essentially. And there was a kid who claims to be a neo-human. He was one of Gentaro's students alongside 3 others who are all apparently neo-humans, have like psychokinesis, and he becomes like a new hero to take over for Fourze, and it turns out it's Inazuman, the blue suited giant red feather on his face superhero. And I'm just like, is that really in a Kamen Rider movie? I was really surprised. I didn't see that coming at all. I thought back to the trailers, and if he was in one of the trailers, I've forgotten because it's been a long time. But that was just really awesome to see. So the Fourze movie it was so cool being set in the future and just coming back. And it feels like it's been forever since I've seen the Fourze characters. So just, coming back to them in this new situation, it was really awesome. The Wizard portion all took place in an underworld. Wizard found this person who abducted these 3 demons appeared at the beginning of the movie, and the whole movie is their evil plot, essentially. The phantoms of Wizard take a back seat, and the demons were using the Zodiac from the Fourze portion of the movie. So in the Wizard portion, they're revealed to have kidnapped 5 gates, and they're using them to power a machine that can infinitely create monsters. So Wizard finds it, and he decides to dive into the underworld of the center gate behind the demons after they go in there. Rinko and Shunpei go in with him, but I can't remember her name. But the girl is left behind with more monsters constantly spawning out, and I'm like, that's not fair at all. But the wizard portion takes place entirely in this girl's underworld. I forget her name, but she is like she's pretending to be like a superhero. I can't remember the name of the superhero either. But essentially it looks like a Sailor Moon-esque type of character that she can transform into. I don't know if this hero was also from somewhere else, kind of like how Inazuman crossed in here. I don't know. But the entire world repeats one day that she gets to save the day, and it's like her birthday and stuff like that. And the 4 kids who are the other 4 gates on the outside are actually the kids from the future. Gentaro's future students, which are also neo-humans. One of them also being the one that becomes Inazuman. And I recognized that from the very beginning, seeing the one with the glasses, seeing the really big kid, and the girl, I'm like, it's them. So, but that didn't ruin anything, it just made me feel, it's just awesome to see the 4 of them there. And Haruto has to convince the girl to wake up so they can get out of this this world. And they're just constantly fighting these 3 crazy guys. I think they're like Gara. I can't remember their names either. I just saw the movie and I didn't write anything down. But the wizard portion, it's I think honestly the first half of the movie was better than the wizard half of the movie. But the movie war portion of the movie, which is like the last half hour, which is when Wizard teams up with Fourze, Nadeshiko, and Meteor, and they just start kicking ass. That was literally that last 30 minutes was just crazy, amazing, fun seeing the Kamen Riders fight next to each other. Of course, the movie was also touted, I guess you could say, as having Double and O's characters. It seems like they weren't able to bring the actors back, but I think like the story kind of convinced it, since the story was entirely in an underworld, there was really no way for O's or Double characters to get in there. Fourze got in there because he had a ring from out of nowhere, which they explain later. So they did bring back AG for a short cameo appearance, and then they had AG like cause 4 rings to appear in the world, like 4 ghosts to appear in the underworld, which were of Double, Axel, just the previous riders. And so they kind of summoned phantasms instead of the actual riders. But Terui, who is Axel, did appear for like 2 lines. So you still got to see Double, Axel, Birth, and O's fighting alongside all the other ones, even if it wasn't really them. But all in all, it was a really fun 2-hour Kamen Rider movie. The ending was just great, and I'm really looking forward to more movies now. More of these crossover movies specifically. The standalone movies, like the Double O's, the Fourze movie, where they fought the human machine things, was cool too. But I think because seeing the writers working together in a much better capacity than in the past, it's getting much better with the writer team-ups. Because before, they just kind of fought alongside each other for 10 minutes, no real character interaction, then they split up, bye-bye, nothing ever happened. That's how I felt for the Kiva and Den-O one back in the day. So if these movies just keep being this way, they're just going to be continually getting more and more fun. So, and Inazuman, seriously? I still can't get over that. That was just so awesome. Alright, so that's all for the Fourze Wizard Movie War Ultimatum. It was just a really fun ride. I really enjoyed it, like, just seriously. I was a little worried at first, but overall, just, not too many complaints. I had kind of one issue, but now I honestly can't remember it, so I guess it wasn't really that big of an issue. Oh, right. Just one last kind of thing that I realized. I don't know if the movies, or at least the half of the movies, are directed by the same people who do the shows, but whoever did the wizard half of the movie just made Rinko so much more active than she is in the show. She's clearly capable of shooting the little whatever they're called, the wizard grunts, and fighting them like she does in the movie, and yet she never does in the show. It's kind of disappointing. You know, at least I don't see her do it a lot. But then again, she is kind of mostly grabbing gates and take them away. But and untransformed fighting, like out of the suits, always. I loved seeing the superheroes, but seeing the actual characters fighting before they even put on the suits, I love seeing that. And it was done really well and quite a lot in this movie. So, what was my favorite part immediately off the top of my head would be Ryusei's jacket. Just look at it. That's awesome. I would want to like get an exact replica of that. It just looks so cool. All right. That's really it, and I have a Garo talk in the works for the first 10 episodes, so I'll see you then.